Hey, hey. Hey there, you. I was just talking to Mum about you this morning, saying how much I loved you. George, how you going? Hi, Nancy, if you're watching. Love you guys. How's your day? Shelley, you're not in any of the fires, are you at all? It's like we're getting reports of some fires or something there. Diana, how you going? I'm great. Really good. It's a lovely day today, so it's awesome. Jack? Mandy, how are you? If you're new, let me know. If you haven't been on before. Hi. Hi, Margot. How is everybody? You all right? Good on the fires. Okay. Cindy, so you know we're near the fires then, babe? Because I was worried. It said that it was like in California, and I'm like, oh, I don't know where that is. I haven't had a chance to have a look anyway. Cindy, how is everybody? How's your week going? Midweek, hump day. How are you all? Who is if somebody's new, let me know. I feel like I can even put on makeup and I'm wearing jeans. Yeah, look, that's it. You know, it's that's good, babe. Yeah, look, it's hi, Pippi. What are you doing, Pixie? Yeah, look, it's always good to dress up. You know, I always say to people that work from home, dress up as if you're actually going to work. You know, put on your makeup, put on your work clothes, and actually, you know, go into that workplace or go into your workplace and you know, even if it's your office, just get in there, but prepare yourself mentally and dress up. Don't be schlepping around in your trackies and stuff like that. Get motivated and, you know, get some clothes on. Margot, how are you? You're newish. Sugar mama. What are you doing? Are you at work? Hi, Hayden. How are you? Are you all right? Julie? You're at work. When are you going to give it up, babe? Jennifer? Have you got Marcy with you today? You're really well, Hayden. Bridie, how are you? How is everyone? So we're just talking briefly about preparing yourself. I mean, everybody's struggling in lockdown at the minute in Melbourne. It's just horrible. And hi, Chris. I can't imagine how some of you are actually coping and just how hard it is. You know, some people have got kids at home and oh, Joni says hi. That's amazing. I'm just going to pause this. So Kylie's I used to work with Kylie, and at the moment, we've got Joan Sydney in the nursing home. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. And as a kid, I used to write to her. She played Matron Sloan in a country practice, and she's now in the nursing home that I used to work in. And Kylie gets her to FaceTime me, and it's just a beautiful thing. I actually love talking to Joan. Haggis, how are you? I was talking to your child yesterday and your grandchild that wouldn't take its dummy out of its mouth. But yeah, anyway, so Kylie, give her a kiss from me and tell her I love her. You love what I'm wearing? My mum chose this outfit this morning. It's really funny. I put my camera on and I take either my partner in or I take in someone else. I'm like, can you choose what I'm wearing today? And so this outfit is courtesy of Mum. Tam, how are you, sweetie? I've been meaning to get in contact with you. Yeah, Harper wouldn't take a dummy out and then spat it. All right, so what I was talking about is, just the things that we can do to get through COVID. And I don't want to harp on it or anything like that. But, if you look good, you feel good. And that's the motto that I've always had with barbering as well. If you look good, you feel good. And so, ask yourself, what can you do to actually make yourself feel good right here, right now? And sometimes it is just putting on a nicer outfit. And you may not be going anywhere, but you actually feel good when you look good. So slap on the makeup, put on some decent clothes, and even if you're going outside sitting in the sun, it doesn't matter. If you're working from home, get dressed as if you were going to work. Put on your makeup, put on your high heel shoes or whatever you wear, and get into that work mindset. And just pull it together. I know it's really hard, and I don't think we're over it yet. But what else is everybody doing to get through this? Does anyone want to share? She's the apple of your eye. She's absolutely cute, isn't she? We're talking about my great niece, isn't she? Great niece, Harper. Colleen, I'm not doing mediumship readings today, okay? I don't know if you're on last week, but what I've been directed to by Spirit is to actually read using the cards, and then occasionally I'll pull through something. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to mainly use the cards, work psychically, and get as much information as I can for you guys. And if you want to book a mediumship reading, there's an email coming across the screen, and you can actually book in with me. I'm more than happy to bring in your parents and your dog. More than happy to do that. Occasionally, though, I will treat you and I'll do a mediumship banter. But for the most of it, Spirit has sort of advised me to hold off on that for now, mainly because the information can be quite sensitive in a public forum. And, I'm very mindful of that, very mindful of people's emotions and their heart space. And, when you're doing mediumship, you're really pulling through some sacred information. And I just don't know whether it's appropriate at this time when everybody's so sensitive anyway. So Colleen, I'm more than happy to read for you. Just give me an email and we'll book you in, and I can do that for you, not a problem. Tan, how you going? Taryn, isn't it? Taryn, learning more skills for an industry which will be back stronger, thinking of doing my advanced diploma in my course. Tam, you need to have a look at how much you can cope there, how much you can actually take on. I know that you're quite fragile at the present time, and I just want to say to you, pace yourself. It doesn't have to be right here, right now. I think you need to concentrate on you a little bit and heal you a little bit, and not, I'd be probably doing less rather than more at the present time. Yes, Colleen. Yeah, sure. I'm happy to do that. I have a COVID date. Very strange, but nice as well. What's a COVID date, Mandy? I'm curious. What's a COVID date? You having a date with COVID? If you're new, say hi. Hey, let me know that you're on. If you're not new, say hey anyway. Yeah, I'm seeing the scales of balance for you, Tammy. I'm seeing the scales of balance, so I wouldn't want to push that one too hard. Yeah, I'd be probably doing less more than more. Pam, how are you? Why'd you ask that? I was wondering. Pam, all right, come on. What's this date thing? Let us have it. Mandy, first date over the phone with someone new. Right. That's kind of cool. Hi, Julianne, welcome. Where are you from? Did anybody catch Sunday night's banter? It is hard. Yeah, Colleen, it is hard. Hi. I've got you down on my list anyway, Colleen. Where are you from? Hi. So what are you doing, guys? Tell me, share your stories on how you're coping at the present time. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing during this COVID time that you wouldn't have done had you had that time off? Let's share some banter before I get into the readings. Don't stress, I'll do the readings. I had a Lorraine Lee party Sunday night. Sorry, I missed it. Lorraine Lee. Oh my gosh. Friend of Julie. Ah, I remember years ago. I have to tell you this story because it's so funny. Atlanta. Shani, are you still on? Do you remember the Lorraine Lee party? So, I have to tell you this story because it's just so funny. And that's Wandon, yeah. So, years ago, and I'm talking 20 years ago, I think my mum, hi Charlotte, my mum had a Lorraine Lee linen party, and we were all sitting there. Renovate your house, rearrange your lounge. I haven't watched Silver TV. Anyway, I'm going to tell you about this story about this Lorraine Linen party because it's really funny. Anyway, so we go to this Lorraine Linen party. I think mum had it, right? And my nana was there, like well in her 80s. And my one of my exes was there. Anyway, so my nephew Harley, and he must have been probably he must have been like 6 or something like that. He was really, really young. Yeah, I'm telling the story, Shani. And he was really, really young. Anyway, so we're at this Lorraine linen party. And for those people that don't know what a Lorraine linen party is, it's like really posh linen, like absolutely beautiful linen. So you can imagine it's like all these people are there, and there's like sandwiches and scones, and it's like a Devonshire tea, and everything's like posh and stuff like that. And at the top of his lungs, Harley pipes up and says, "This is my Auntie B, and that's her partner, blah blah blah, and they're dykes." And we just looked, and it was the funniest thing ever. Like Shani looked at me, I looked at her, and my nana goes, "Oh, Harley, that's not nice to say." "Yeah, what, they're dykes." And it was just like, oh my god, it was so funny. I've never seen so many people uncomfortable in a room. It's like the poor old ladies like just about ate their whole sandwiches whole, and it was, I'll never forget it. That kid just used to come up with some rippers. Yeah, he's so funny. He's well in his 20s now. Another time I was going to the supermarket, and we were going through the supermarket, and he tells the checkout chick, "This is my Auntie B, and she's having my baby brother." I'm just like, what the? So yeah, bless his heart. He's my boy. But as a child, he certainly come up with some rippers, and that Lorraine Linen one, I think, is one we'll never forget. But yeah, out of the mouths of babes, I know. What do you do though? It's just like, oh, we didn't know where to look, and Nana just about died on the spot. Shani and I just burst out laughing. In Scott's a Dyker's wall. Yeah, I know it's a wall. I know it's a wall. Oh, anyway, that's my funny for the day. Give you a bit of a laugh. Yeah. Yeah, he's such a funny little he's still funny. Still comes up with some rippers. All right, let's have a look here. I'm okay. COVID has allowed me to get more work done around the home as events were cancelled. I know. Sometimes they do. My nephew, I gotta tell you another one. My other nephew, what about opening the Christmas present? I don't remember that one. I don't remember that one, Shani. My other nephew, Hamish, I remember it was like years and years ago. He was only little, and I can't remember if it was one of the girls' christenings or I don't know what it was, but there was this lady there, and she had this big mole on her face, and Hamish had just watched Uncle Buck, where he was talking about like a rat or something gnawing a mole off someone's face. So Hamish turns to this lady and said, you need a mole to chew that off your face." In front of my brother. It was the funniest thing, and it's just the poor lady packed up her kids and went home. But yeah, the stuff that comes through, you need a rat to gnaw that off your face, he says to this poor lady with this mole on her face. I don't remember that, Shani. I don't remember that. Anyway, let's have a look at some messages. So yeah, what else is everyone doing to get by? What's happening? Oh, I've got runny nose. Can't see your comments coming through. So what I've been doing during COVID is, of course, I'm always doing my readings, and I am working on some writing and working on a website and catching up on stuff that I ordinarily wouldn't do. That's what I'm doing. All right. So let me have a look here. Lots of reading some great novels. Reading some great novels. I can't read books anymore. We have been walking a lot. Are you let out? Oh wow, Margot. I'd love to see those. Are you going to sell them? How amazing. Is anybody else doing crafty stuff? I'm just preparing to do an aura reading. Hi, how you going, Janelle? And yeah, I'm gonna think of those of us in Victoria is not so bad now. We're allowed to visit the grandkids, etc. Even visit friends. Yeah, we're not. Well, I'm in Victoria, so it's pretty hard. Hi, babe. Yeah, it's pretty hard. All right. Julianne, I'm gonna do your aura reading. I don't know if you've seen or know what an aura reading is, but I feel like I want to do some aura readings today. So I'm gonna read the energy system, read near and around you. Okay, so let's see what we're gonna get. And I feel like, hi Danielle, how you going? You all right? Oh, little ant friend's back. He's on me again. Where'd he come from? Guess I didn't murder him the other night. Come on, buddy, get off. There we go. Right. I have had one a long time ago. Did I do it, Julie, for you? Hi from Wales. Hey, how you going? Chrissy? Welcome. I haven't had you on before, Chrissy. what's the meaning of that little guy? The ant? Um, did you watch the banter the other night? So we had in the other night. So ant is about strength. Um, it's about how much we can actually cope on our own shoulders. So an ant can carry so much weight. If you have a look at how much they can actually, carry on them, you watch them with leaves or you watch them with, spiders or something like that. It's always huge and they're always dragging it somewhere. But it's also about asking for help when you need it. There's no need for that little ant to actually do that. He can go back to the ant colony and say, hey, I've got a spider, I want to come back and help me with it. And so the ant medicine is just about asking for help or realizing when you need help. It's okay that you can do it on your own, and you can certainly carry that amount of weight on your shoulders. I always say that God never gives us more than we can cope with. But there's also help around us. And as I was saying the other day, guys, we're all in COVID together. And if you're struggling and you're not okay, then turn to somebody, ask for help. You don't have to do it on your own. There's people around. Okay, there's people around. All right, so Julianne, let me have a look and see what I can see for your auric reading. Julie, have you had problems with your gallbladder? My crayon's out. Why am I getting gallbladder? Somebody near around you's got a gallbladder problem. Is that right? I know it's right. Ask me questions while I'm doing this. No, just hold on to it then, Julie. Sometimes things haven't happened yet, so you might hear of somebody in the next week or so that's had a gallbladder problem, but I would just watch how much fatty stuff you actually take in. Because I'm just feeling that. Your goddaughter last week. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, it's just a mark in your auric field. So have you, obviously you're connected to her. Where's your questions? Come on, guys. While I'm drawing this, I don't want to keep the traffic slow. Let's have a look. Please, can you ask Joseph if he sees what I've been doing? Thank you. Carrie, how are you, sweetheart? Hey. Yeah, okay. Well, it's turned up in your aura. So I can only assume that is because you've been around her. How long have I been doing this? Professionally, I started in the early 90s, but I suppose all my life, really. Yeah, I can't remember so much as a child, but I can remember knowing like who was on the phone when it rang, and I can remember, picking people, whether they were, shits or not. I was trying to think of a word. I don't know how to put that word. I always had a good judge of character, and I always sort of like, I guess when you look at it, I did. I just didn't know. I just didn't know what it was. I just knew stuff. I knew what was going to happen, and I had that expectation always there. So, but I didn't really see spirit that I recall until my grandfather passed in 1992, and bed, and that's when I really started seeing spirit and started to working with spirit. But we always had cards back then. It was Doreen Virtue cards and things like that we actually used. But we would just sit around the table as a family, really, and just play with cards. And do you want to draw a card? That sort of stuff. But yeah, in the early 90s, I really started to get stuck into it. And then I, learned all the shamanic stuff. I learned crystal healing and taught crystals. And then I learned all the North American Indian stuff. And taught North American Indian drum making and dream catcher making and all of that sort of stuff. I was really lucky. I studied under Scott Alexander King, who is probably one of the most, I guess, well-known people in North American Indian medicine. Then I did some Celtic work as well and learned about the Celtic side of things because of my heritage. And once you learn all those tools, and then I sort of like really stepped into the mediumship. Went to the UK and lived there for some time, and I think that's when I really sort of like woke up, when you looked out the window to the cemetery next door, can actually see spirit there. So yeah, I used to go there a lot and talk to the spirits. So that's how long. And it's like I was having this conversation yesterday in the supermarket, funny enough, and somebody said to me, how long have you been doing it, and how does it all work and all that sort of stuff. And I was just saying to him, look, I think you have to be born into mediumship. Other people might disagree with that, but I'm a very strong believer that you have to be born a medium. I'm lucky. My mum has it. My grandmother had it. My great grandmother had it on both sides. So essentially I'm fourth generation medium, but you have to develop it. I think it's like anything, the more you work with it, the stronger it becomes. And you can have that natural ability, which most of my family do. My brother has it, and like I said, mum's pretty cool. And my grandmother, you could never put anything over. She was just like a freak. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But that's basically the short version. That makes sense. Yeah, you got to be born into it. Psychic's different. Psychic you can work with and develop. It doesn't matter who you are. But I think mediumship is something that you're really born into. Yeah, that's just my impression of it. That's my belief system. But if you believe different, that's okay too. Let me just have a look at some of these. So, Jennifer, that's answered your question. Carrie, how are you, sweetheart? Are you okay? Are you near the fires at all? I don't even know where you live. Jody Louise Young, will I ever have another baby? Jody, I'm just having a look at the moment. I feel like I'm half in and half out on that one. I feel as if, I don't know whether your partner's not all the way in or over it, or I don't know. I feel like somebody's pulling back on that decision. That's why Spirit hasn't sent one. I do see blue, so the possibility for a male child is certainly there, but I just feel like, is it something that you really, really want? You need to ask that question. Just remember, whenever you're manifesting something, you have to be really clear that that's what you want. Okay, because if you have doubt in your mind or in your heart, Spirit's going to go, oh, I'm not quite sure yet. It's like anything. It's like a car, for instance. I want a new car. What sort of car do you want? I don't know. How's Spirit going to provide you with a car if you don't know what you want? Okay, so you have to be really clear. I want an MG. I know what. It's a 1967 MG Roadster. I know exactly what I want. I know what color I want. And, you have to be really specific when you're manifesting things, because Spirit needs those details. It's like you're putting an order into the universe, and, you really need to be specific. So if you want a child, start to manifest it. What child do you want, a girl or a boy? What are you going to call it? That sort of stuff, and put it into place and put it into the universe. And I feel that your stress levels are a little bit too high at the present time, and you're too focused on it. So just back it off a little bit. I know it's hard when you want something so much, but I feel it will happen when you least expect it. So I hope that helps. Hi, Francis. Kylie's taking me into the staff room. Yay! I'm a state away from the California fires, so about 700 miles. Oh, make sure you're safe then, babe. You're unsure. Marcy says, "How you doing? How you doing, Mars? How you doing? How you doing?" Do you think Mike will ever contact me again? I don't want to message him again. Danielle, back up on that one, okay? I feel like you need to have the focus somewhere else. And yeah, I see that door shut for the minute, okay? I see that door shut for the minute, and I just want to. I feel as if there's something new coming in for you. So I almost want to say to you, cut ties. I think that things have changed in the last couple of weeks, and I just feel as if something else is coming along. Remember, guys, if you have doors shut in your life, or if you miss out on an opportunity or something like that, I just want to say to you, it's because something better is coming along. Relationships break up and you feel that's the one that you really want, and then something better comes along. And so whatever you're facing and whatever challenges that you have in your life, and if you have things that stop you, or if you have conflict or anything like that, just remember that it's there's always another opportunity, and usually you find that that opportunity is so much better than the one you had before. So if you don't get that job, something better will come along. If your relationship breaks up, something better will come along. And so I just want to put that out to each and every one of you. Don't feel so disheartened. You're certainly, what's the word, you're certainly on the right path, and you've got lessons as well. I mean, I look at some of my past relationships, and they've been horrific. But each one has taught me a lesson. And now in the relationship I'm in at the present time, I just find myself more comfortable with who I am. And some of the lessons that I've learned, whilst they've been really hard, I can see now why I had to learn those lessons. Because I just feel so much freer in my relationship. I mean, it does have to do with the incredible people that you're with and incredible partners that you're with, but I think it's also you developing as yourself and maturing as yourself as well. So yeah, I'm just really lucky to have an incredible woman by my side. Listening to this brings me out of my funk. Margot, are you in a funk, babe? Wait, going too fast. Jody, I haven't addressed your letter yet. I have a 20-year relationship ending with so much turmoil. All my family. Wait. Jennifer, yes, of course. Okay. Of course. I think it's people grow apart. Okay. 20-year relationship. That's a long time to be with somebody. And relationships you have to work with and work in and around, and you have to be quite flexible as well. And you have to understand that people grow all the time. Like I said, we develop as people as we go. The people that come into our life and out of it all the time, they teach us lessons, and they give us what we need, or they give us the soul growth that we need, so that we can then move into another chapter of our life, if that makes sense. So Jennifer, don't look at it as something negative. Okay. There's a lot that you have shoved into that 20 years, and it's I don't see it as ending. I just see it as you stepping forward now on the next part of your journey. Hey Gigi, how are you, my love? Are you good? So yeah, it's like one door closes, another door's open, but it doesn't mean that the door that you've closed is a negative thing all the time. I mean, for some people, yeah, you can't wait to shove that door shut quick enough. Yeah, look, I do believe that you will find love again. Just because it's your second marriage, hey, don't worry about that. Look how many Elizabeth Taylor had. You've got to be happy. Hi, Isha. How are you, sweetheart? Um, so yeah, just focus on you and what you need, okay? And the rest will fall into place, okay? The rest will fall into place. Yeah. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. Carrie, I feel as if I want to wake you up a little bit, honey. Um, and just what I'm feeling with you and what I'm being guided to say to you is that you self-doubt, okay? You think that all your worth is this, and you need to sort of like really have a look at just how incredible you are. Yes, I do see somebody there, but I feel like you're looking in the wrong pool of men, if that makes sense. So I don't know whether there's some things on your profiles that you need to remove or look at, but yeah, I certainly do see somebody there for you, and I feel that that person is going to be quite comfortable, and I really feel as if he's going to be just an inspiration and love the things that you love as well. So just hold on, Carrie. I don't think that time is right now. I think that there's a lot of work that you need to do on yourself, and I just want to just push you to look in the mirror a little bit more, if that makes sense, and just love yourself a little bit more, sweetheart. You've got a massive big heart, and I just feel like I want to enjoy myself when I'm stepping into your energy. So just enjoy yourself for the next few months, and yeah, have a look. I feel like you're looking in the wrong place, okay? And I feel like you're going to find him when you least expect it. So just hold on there, and I'm sure that he's going to come in as well. Pam saying, "You're not the same person you were 20 years ago, and neither are they. Sometimes we grow at different rates." Look, that's exactly right. Okay, none of us are the same as what we were 20 years ago. Um, none of us. And so it's just about growing. And if things don't work, I mean, look, uh, some people would stay in that 20-year relationship miserable for the next 40 years. And so, I have to have hats on to you to be brave enough to actually move on from that and realize that you need something more. So many people stay in the same job miserable and they don't see another way out. But you can do other things. There's nothing in life that says you've got to stay here and do this. Life is about living and making yourself happy. And I just want to say to you, like, jump on in there. What's your bucket list? Start to make it happen. I have a belief system that work isn't work if you love what you're doing. And so if you don't love what you do, then change it. There's nothing that says you can't change it. If you want to if you want to do something different and it involves study, well, what are you going to do? You need to do some study. What's your first step? Okay, so just make it happen. You don't want to get to the end of your life when you're lying on your deathbed with regrets. Okay, and I'm a really big advocate for that one. I know I deal with people all the time coming to me. Do they know I love them? Do they know do they know I care? Do they love me? I mean, all these questions should not have to come through me. They should already know that by connecting to the people and their loved ones before they pass over. And so, no regrets, guys. There's no bad decisions in life. There's just decisions, okay? You don't make mistakes, you make choices, and those choices are right for you at that time and that place. So don't have a regret about your learning lessons. Just keep going and keep stepping forward. Julian Stark's asking, what does it mean when you see your spirit animal? Mine is the eagle, and I have one circle my home last week. Hey, Julie. Everybody has the eagle as a totem because the totem represents spirit. Okay. So whenever I see spirit flying around, it's always the wedge-tailed eagle where we are. And he's just such an incredible bird. And it just lets me know that spirit's walking with me and I'm on the right path and I'm, receiving the best possible guidance that I could be at the present time. So whenever I see an eagle, I know good things are coming because I know spirit's there and spirit's on my side. So yeah, that's what I would put there. But everybody has an eagle as their totem because it is spirit. The great eagle represents spirit. So I hope that helps. Okay, let's do some readings, hey? All right, Tammy, I'll have you on the list. All right, now, I was doing one. Love your questions today, guys. They're really cool. Carmel told you, Danielle. Yeah, she's amazing. Have you seen her new horse, King of Kings? He's so beautiful. If Empire is not beautiful enough, this little one is so cute. Just try to find out who was I doing the aura reading for? The Eagles, yeah. So an aura reading is I'm gonna have a look at the energy. So everything living has an energy system around it. Everything that lives, leaves have one, plants have one, and humans have one, or any animal has an aura field. So basically, it's the energy system that sits near and around and through the actual person. And so when I have a look at the aura, it all comes in different colors, and it shows me represents represents where things are at the present time for you. It'll show me where you've been, what you've done, who's near and around you. So yeah, that's how it actually sits. Right, Tammy. Okay, so I've done yours already. I knew I'd done somebody. I've got it sitting here. Yeah, was it Julianne? I don't know who it was for. All right, it'll come to me. Spirit will tell me anyway. Thanks, honey. You're the best, Professor. It's Julianne. Okay, so I was talking about the gallbladder. Yeah, Julianne, you're the one with the gallbladder, is that right? Tammy? The phone's ringing. Sorry. I had a lady who works at the gas station say to me she sees them and says she saw my ex-husband one day and his aura was apparently black. I don't know anything about auras. Danielle, there's look, I've only ever seen one darker colored aura, and it was so many years ago. I do know that the aura lifts just before passing, so an aura will sit above a person before they actually pass over or pass away. So yeah, look, I'd be really cautious of anybody that says that he's got a dark aura or a black aura, because he would have to be totally full on evil to have that type of energy in his system. So I wouldn't take any notice of that, sweetie. And that's not to degrade or say anything bad about the person. Obviously she's just trying to help you, but I've read auras for many years. I've read them every year at Mind Body Spirit for over 10 years. I'll do up to 300 aura readings a weekend there, and there's I've never ever seen a dark aura at any of those events or anything. So yeah, I would be really cautious, and just say thank you very much for that that information. But yeah, I don't see that. I would expect that he, you know, if you're saying he's a past military vet, well, he's probably got some depression there, which is cloudiness. But to have a black aura is just total evil, and I just don't see that. She said she doesn't know what black was. Yeah. Look, I don't know. Maybe she was having a look at the auric field and spirits just blocked it, so she's just seen a black wall. All right, baby, off to work. To Nellie's. All right, I'm just getting through here. So I've got Julie. Julie, was it you that was talking to about the gallbladder? No. No, Francis, it doesn't make me tired because I'm in spirit energy and it's very bouncy. It's very fast. So, you know, if you're feeling sick or anything like that, jump in and have a look. Are you doing taxes? Okay. Julie, yeah. Okay, so I just got to continue your reading, Julie, and get into it. So I'm just going to show it to you. I know it seems like it's messy, but I know what it is. Okay, so Julia, I did get that gallbladder near and around you as well. The other thing that I want to say to you is you're not listening to spirit. Spirit's trying to talk to you in your ear and you're blocking it off, okay? There's a lot of muddy energy sitting in here and I feel like you're feeling stagnant. You're not able to move through. It's almost like you've got your welly stuck in mud, if that makes sense. That's how I see it. You're grounded, but you're frustrated in that grounded. And I think that that's the way, or the generic way, that Australia is at the present time, and the way that spirit is at the present time as well. Not spirit, but you, sorry. It's like we're all stuck, we're all feeling stuck, and that's showing up in the aura field. There's a lot of beautiful purple energy coming through, and that's just showing me that you are working with spirit. Okay, I know that spirit's on your side, but the blue in there is just saying that you're not listening. You are receiving the guidance, but you're not actually listening to it. So I just want to open up those ear chakras and actually start to listen and move through. There's some green energy coming in as well, but I feel like it's in its infancy and you need to develop a little bit more. Okay, the energy's there, but you need to develop it a little bit more. There's some gold in the energy as well. That just tells me that you are tapping into higher energies and you are on path in what you do. But you know, unfortunately, that grounding energy, I just want to say move up and move from there. Hi Jax, I love you. Just doing an aura reading, babe. And so I just want to move up and move on from there and where things are. I got something across the head as well, so I don't know whether you suffer migraines or you've got a headache or something along those lines, but I'm just feeling as if there's a marker in your headspace as well. So I don't know, you know, if there's a scar there or an injury. Usually it's something along those lines, or you've hit your head, or it's actually migraines or something that's sitting there as well. Let me have a look. Something with your ankle as well. I don't know what's going on here, but anyway, I would just be really cautious in regards to how much you you know, in how much energy you give people at the present time. I want to bring it back to you, and I feel like you really need to develop your modality. So whatever it is you're looking at learning, whatever modality it is that you're looking at learning, I can see it's in its infancy, but you need to work forward. You know, I want to see that green, a bright green. This is like a lemon colored green, which just tells me that it's just coming in. You're just stepping into your power. You do have an incredible guide sitting there as well, and I feel like they've only just recently stepped in, and you've been through a really big shift. Okay, you know, at your crown center, there's a lot of spirit energy coming in. So I know that you're hearing spirit and you're looking at spirit, but I just want to just be cautious of, you know, being stagnant. Try and move forward a little bit. Push yourself, even when you don't feel like pushing yourself. Just take a step. Doesn't matter how, you know, how far you go. The energy needs to continually flow. Energy goes where attention flows, and I want to bring that energy back to you and start to move it forward. So go for a walk or just something, you know, have a look at your development and just do something for you each day, and that energy will start to move on. Okay. I can't see anything negative in regards to depression or anything like that. I mean, apart from the normal depression and anxiety that people are going through with COVID, I think you're pretty on top of things at the present time. But I just want to open up that third eye a little bit more for you, and you know, start to shift some of that grounding energy, and you know, maybe pull in some selenite if you have it, and work with that for the next couple of weeks. Okay, there's your picture. Last week I dreamt of a white snake which tried to bite me, but I took its head off and killed it. I wasn't afraid, but just living it. Could you explain to me what it is? Maria, snake medicine is about transmutation. It's about shedding the old skin for the new skin. Okay. And the fact that you've killed it, there's a prophecy about white animals all connected to white buffalo calf woman. And it just talks about being there for people. And the fact that you've chopped this white snake's head off would tell me that you're scared of actually moving forward. You're scared of coming into yourself. You're scared of, you know, not having those people around you. It's like, if you were to make some decisions and, it affected people near and around you, then you would feel bad about it, if that makes sense. And so what it's just telling me is that, you like things the way that you are. And you really, even though you want to move forward, you're worried about those near and around you and how they're going to react. Okay. So I just want to say to you, just, don't chop the snake's head off. Allow that transmutation to come forward. And you know step into your power. To kill a snake is to kill development, to kill purpose. We all have our skin that we grow in and out of. And I think that that's just a reflection of how you are in your I guess your mental state. You're not afraid, but you're also on another level, you are afraid, because you're killing your path before it actually has a chance to come forward and make its presence and let you know that, hey, I might be a snake, but I'm not a bad snake. You just killed it before it's had a chance to explain itself. So yeah, that's how I read that one for you. I make a colorful picture. Thanks for that, Bec. Yeah, you do make a colorful picture. Okay. Julianne, I've done yours, haven't I? Tammy wants an aura reading as well. All right, let's get on to that one. Does that make sense? Okay, so while I'm drawing, send me some questions. You're excited. You killed the ants that were on the bench. Well, then, Margot, I guess you're going to have to be doing things on your own for a little while, aren't you? Hey, Nick, are you all right? Nick, do you want to explain to people where the energy is at the minute? So if anybody wants astrology or anything like that, Nick is the go-to girl. She does what I can't do. So, an energy forecast will be great, Nick, if you want to share it with the people. And, just if anybody does want their astrology or is it astrology or numerology you're doing now? I can't remember. One of those, but Nick does it anyway. Right. Tammy, I'm just hearing as I'm doing this, just let it go. So I feel like you're hanging on to something too tightly. And having a look at your energy, there's a lot coming up from your past as well that I have to acknowledge. Also, you've got a little bit of fire energy sitting there too. So I'd like to see that move on a little bit and waver through. So I stick my tongue out. You can't draw unless your tongue's sticking out, right? I do it when I cut hair as well. I stick my tongue out. Little kids. Ariana does that. Sticks her tongue out all the time. She's in the other room. I asked her if she wanted to join, but she's in the sun. Babe, do you know I'm hearing Pedro? So not getting him. helps the concentration. Sticking your tongue out. I gave my beautiful partner a little crystal skull the other day. Well, it decided that it was hers, and so I have never had such a noisy skull in my life. It just does not shut up. I thought my other skull, Three Knives, was bad, but oh my God, this little dude is in another realm. He just does not shut up, and he's really snappy. He's like a chihuahua. That's how I described him. His name's Pedro. Maria, thank you. I just have to ask, because it's here, can anybody place a Louis or a Lewis? Louis or Lewis? So while I'm doing this, guys, I just want to, if you've just joined me, I just want to say thank you so much for coming on in. And across the screen, you can see my email, office.ozpsychicbarber@gmail.com. If you do want to have a reading, that's the email to contact me on, and I'll book you in. Also coming up, I do have a platform show in September. Okay. It's going to be a Zoom platform show. It's $30 a ticket. And just like a John Edwards show or something like that. But, I just, I'm just letting you all know that that's going to be happening soon. And so, it's going to be just exactly the same. I'm going to be drawing through spirit. I don't know who's going to come through. I won't know who's going to come through. And then, whoever I do pull through, that person will get a reading. So that's coming up. I should have the dates, but I don't. I'll get them and post them up. But if you go to my Facebook page, all the advertising's listed up there, and how you can buy a ticket, and, just click on, the ticket agency, and you'll be able to buy the tickets through there. So hopefully some of you will jump online, and I'll see you there on that night. It's going to be an incredible night, an incredible journey. So you're all welcome to come. It's only $30. And I think that, any guidance that we get these days is good guidance. And so, yeah, if you have any questions, again, just email me about it. The email's running across the screen at the present time. So that's all pretty cool. As I'm just having a look at this. Okay. Where am I at? We called him Louis. Oh, okay. Thanks, babe. Right, it's the 20th September at 1 p.m. Thank you. There you go. The platform shows the 20th of September at 1 p.m. Did it during the day as a matinee, because I know that some people have things to do, and it's just a little bit easier than doing it at night time. So also lets the UK and all those guys come online as well. So I try to accommodate for all countries, so that you can all come in and actually be a part of that. Anyway, so I just want to get back to Tammy's reading. And it looks like, have I finished? Yes. There we go. That's what it looks like to me. Okay. So just hold that for a second. Nick's written here, all of the major planets are in retrograde, making stuff harder. Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto are opposite Mars, making all the masculine energy angry and stuck. There you go. Nick, how do people get through this? Can you give us some advice, please? Anybody want their guidance done through Nick? Nick, whack up your email or something. Nick, put up your email so people can contact you, or your contact number or something, if they want to have their I was going to say planetary alignments done. I'm such a twat. Can Lisa jump the line, please? Lisa. That explains the conspiracy theorists and their determined negativity. All right, so there you go. That's Nick's going to whack up the email so you can contact her if you want anything done with your astrology. It's not something that I do, but I do have people near and around me that I go to that specialize in different things. And, I think it's really important to embrace other people's modalities. And, we're a thick bunch, work together. And, if I don't know something, I will guarantee that I'll know who does it. Anyway, so I'm having a look at this aura reading, Tammy, and I can see a lot of anger coming up for you at the present time. There you go. Nick's whacked up the email. And, I'm seeing a lot of energy sitting in your auric field that's quite angry, okay? And I just want to say to you, you need to let that go. There is some stuff coming up from your past as well, Tammy. And I do feel it's unsettled you a little bit and pushed you off center, okay? But I just want to say to you, like, breathe through it. Whatever you're angry about, really look at have a look at why are you angry about it? What is it really about? We're angry at people, but people are just being people. So we're actually, we have to focus on ourselves as to where's the anger coming from. It's never coming from the other person. They're just a mirror for us. And, they're just a mirror to bring it back to us, to have a look at ourselves and where we are and why we're reacting. We can't control other people. It's like I watch people in the street with their little kids and their kids are crying and the mothers are screaming. And I'm like, you little shit, I'm going to smack you or whatever. And, what just frustrates me, because the child's just a child doing what a child does. And the problem is with the parent. You're making me embarrassed. Well, you know what, that's your fault. You've got a child here, you're not giving it what it needs, and it's going to carry on. Of course it is, but a kid's going to be a kid and people are going to be people. But it's how we react to those people that determines I guess the energy that we work with. If you see somebody and they're upset or angry, that sets you off, then that's your problem, not their problem, because they're just being them. Okay, they can't not be them. They're just being them. We can't control external source. We can only control what lays within us. And so for you, Tammy, I feel as if I just want to let stuff go. There's stuff coming up from your past. I can see you trying to heal it. Okay, and I can see that mindset saying, I want to get rid of this. I don't want to move on from this. But it's almost like you go back to that familiar center, and you hold on to things, if that makes sense. There's some blue in your energy as well, which tells me about vocal and speaking. And it's just spirit sort of like giving you a little bit of nudge to speak up a little bit more about what you need and what you want. But at the moment, I just see quite a few shards of anger and frustration there. I feel like your hands are tied. And I would be sort of like looking at things like IBS and, belly problems and, digestive problems in the physical, because of, the amount of energy that's sitting here. It would certainly be like churning over in your guts, when we have something that's like you just can't get rid of it. It's like eating at you, essentially. So I just want to bring some passive peace to you and just say, just breathe a little bit. Okay, you are surrounded by love. You are surrounded by people who need and want you. But I just feel as if, sometimes you doubt yourself and you doubt how people feel about you, and that brings insecurities. So I hope that makes sense for you, Tammy. To release, we need to ground into calm, organized Virgo energy. You can't control their behavior, but you control, yeah. Hi, everybody. If you're new, let me know. There seems to be some newbies on here. There you go, Tammy. All right. Kylie, who was it? Just bear with me. Kyle's, who was it? Hi, Nicolette. How are you going? Where are you from? Lisa. Okay. I'm going to pull some cards. I haven't had the steampunk cards out for a while, and they are my favorites. These are by Karen Dalton Smith. Love these cards. Ontario, Canada. How you going? One of my closest friends, my shamanic master, comes from Toronto. Danielle Thompson, I have a spirit here by the name of Louis. He's saying that he's yeah, that's how Lewis is the way that he's pronouncing it. My name is Lewis. But I don't want to really bring him through, so maybe contact me for a reading, and we'll bring him through. But he's definitely wanting to reach out. Okay. You're close to Toronto? That's awesome. I've got friends in Edmonton as well. Okay. Lisa, the card that I've pulled for you is the bells. Okay. The bells. Ding, ding, ding. Yes, Colleen, I've got you on the list. Okay. I'm going with who I'm drawn to. I have people on a list that are new, and I always try and read for newbies. But you know, I also have to go with who I'm drawn to as well. Let's just put up a link to the platform reading event if you want to book online there. I had a personal secretary. Yeah. Danielle, maybe book in for a reading and we'll sort that out for you. Marty, how you going? All right, Lisa. Okay, so you've chosen the bell. I've got the bell coming in for you. All right, and whenever you see the bell, whenever I hear the bell, it's like something's finished, something's ready. Okay, and so I want to place that for you, as in, you know, whatever you've been working on or working towards, it's now ready. It's now completed. Okay, it's like a number 10 in the tarot. It's done. You know, when dinner's done, the bell gets rang. When a wedding happens and it's finished, the bell gets rang. And so I feel like it's just like you're wanting to ring your bell, or you need to ring the bell and you know, step into your power. What I'm actually feeling for you, Lisa, is that you're stuck in your head a little bit. Okay, I want to bring you out of your head, and I want to bring you into this reality. And I feel as if I just want to urge you to you know, just step forward a little bit more. It's like you're walking with training wheels. You've done the hard work, you've done the hard yards, everything's ready, everything's where it should be, but it's like you're relying or becoming reliant upon training wheels, and you don't need that with you anymore. You don't need people to hang on to anymore. You can stand up on your own, and you can actually do what you need to do without that support, if that makes sense. So I just want to say to you, trust your own intuition, trust you, trust what you know, and whatever you're planning on doing in the future, I feel like it's going to be successful, but you have to trust you. Okay, other people are going to have a difference of opinion because their journey's been different, but you have to be reliant upon what you know and what you've done and what you've experienced. And I think once you can embrace that and own it and love it, then you know, the future is going to be quite bright for you. I do see two choices coming up as well. Okay, I see a left and a right choice. I want to go left, but I want to say don't go back to the past, but bring from the past something forward. So I don't know whether, you know, you're revisiting something old from the past, like something you used to do from the past and bringing that forward. But I want to say don't get stuck in the past. Bring whatever it is into the future, if that makes sense. So yeah, I hope that's good. Hope that's good for you. Not sure if you are a barber, but I'm also a hairdresser in Hermosa. Yes, Nicola, I am a barber. That's why we've called it the Barber Banter. I'm not a hairdresser, I'm actually a barber. Hairdresser. My barber license is what I feel drawn to you. I was going to say, I absolutely, you love my hair. Thank you, Nicola. Whereabouts are you? Does that make sense? Yeah, it's all COVID cuts at the moment, so I have to cut my own hair, and trying to fade your own hair in the mirror backwards, it's a bit of a challenge, but you know, we'll see. Does that make sense? All right. Colleen, I'm going to bring out yours now, okay? You're in Ontario. Oh, you said that. Sorry. What's the barbering like over there? Do you enjoy it? Are your shops open? You're welcome, Lisa. It is. I have an incredible, one of my friends does my blonde, and she's incredible. She just gets it right every time. Every time. The other week I had it brown, and I thought, oh, go dark again. I was just like, nah, I can't do it. It looks horrible. You're open. We're not open. Do you do blade shaves, Nicolette? Talking about this yesterday. Do you do blade shaves over there? Some barber shops here don't do it. Ah. While I'm thinking of it, guys, on my Facebook page, I don't know if I put it on my Facebook page or my business page, but Danielle from the Jack Reed Foundation, I used to work with Danny up in Queensland, and we used to go around in the van and cut hair for the homeless. I don't know if you all remember that, but I love it when I get the opportunity to go back in the van and actually move around and cut people's hair. So we used to go into I think it was the Prince Charles Hospital and into the mental health ward, and we used to cut hair there. That was eventful. I used to have some funny situations there, and you turn around and there'd be somebody standing in like just a hospital gown, and they turn around, their asses like hanging out. Going to hang out with my kiddos. All right, Danielle, contact us, about Louis, and I'll bring that forward. But yeah, Danny and I used to have some fun. We'd go out there, and there was one client when we had about 3 minutes to cut her hair, and it was like sheep's wool, bless her heart. And after 3 minutes, she'd lose her shit. But and then we used to go out to a caravan park where there's a lot of people out there that are in poor housing conditions, but they're just amazing people. Some of them are just so gorgeous, and they all have so many amazing, incredible stories. And I really miss that work. I miss working with the Jack Reed Foundation. But it's always going to be a part of my journey, and probably something I'll always go back to when I can. But anyway, Danielle's been nominated for I guess like it's a humanitarian award or what she does in the community. And if it'd be really great if you guys could support me by jumping on and voting for her. She does an incredible job. We used to have a program called 1,000 Cuts, and we pledged doing 1,000 free haircuts for the homeless, and that was really successful, and that went through. And now there's another program called 99 New Beginnings, and what it is basically is that they're developing barber shops made out of the original idea was they were going to be made out of containers, and so they would be planted in all over the place. And what they're going to do, or what they're planning on doing, is actually training up the homeless, giving them apprenticeships in barbering, and then putting them in these shops and giving something back to the community. So 99 New Beginnings is the new program that they're actually working on. But if you can jump online, and I'll post some of the details on my Facebook page as well, and just support the Jack Reed Foundation. It's a big part of big part of my journey. I love working with them. It's probably my primary barber passion is the Jack Reed Foundation. And the girls up there are just incredible, and any support that we can give them, then I'd love to have your support in supporting them. So yeah, I'm just going to put that out there. Let's have a look here. Yeah, I love doing haircuts for the homeless. Absolutely love it. Some of the stories that they've got, and it really humbles you. You know, you can just see their you know, that's the reason why I did barbering. Some people ask me, why did you do barbering? And um, you know, because um just to give somebody a chance. I mean, I had one guy, and I'll pop his picture up on the Facebook page a little bit later if you like. And he had dreadlocks, and he wouldn't let anybody cut his hair, and he'd had these dreadlocks for 8 years. And it took me 2 hours to talk to him, and I talked to him, and I talked to him, and I talked to him, and he was a no, no, no. And I'm like, come on, buddy, you know, no, 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 no. Nobody could get in to cut his hair. And I was packing up my stuff, and he came over to me and he said, Beck, will you cut my hair? And so I actually cut his hair. And, you know, what a difference. You know, people would say there's nets and stuff like that. And I never come across them. Never come across them. You know, I would have thought that there would have been all sorts of things jumping out of these 8-year-old dreadlocks, but there wasn't. And so it took me a little bit, about an hour to cut through them and cut them off. And he had a beard as well, and I shaved that off and got rid of all of that, and like just a different person underneath all that hair. And a couple of days later, I was in the shaver shop picking up some blades for my cutthroat, and this guy came up to me and talking to me, and I'm like, who is this dude? And I didn't recognize him, but it was actually the homeless guy. You know, he'd gotten his shit together and was out shopping, and I'm just like, wow. So, you know, it really does make a difference in people's lives. And the reason why I did it was because I do the mediumship, and you know, I love helping you out this way, but I wanted something else to ground me in the energy, because spirit energy is such a high vibration. I wanted something that with a little bit of a denser vibration, that I could still sort of like help people. And so for me, a really big passion of mine is actually cutting hair for the homeless, and uh, cutting hair for disadvantaged people. Because, you know, again, if you look good, you feel good. If you feel good, you're gonna get up there and you're gonna make a chance. So yeah, that's why I did barbering. So that's where the barber comes from, in the barber banter. I am a qualified barber. And my passion is shaving. So my old shop was a shaving shack. You know, I did a lot of cutthroat shaves and a lot of bald head shaves and things like that, and I absolutely love it. I love some of the COVID cuts. It's so funny. Yeah. I'll pop his picture up on my Facebook page. If you look good, you feel good. That's exactly right. Exactly right. You know, exactly right. Yeah, I love doing it. Need to get the program. There's not something like that down in Melbourne, but you know, I've done a lot of charity work for haircuts. I did another one that was really amazing, actually, that a few years ago, called Beards of Hope. And these lads contacted me, so they'd grown their beards and they wanted them shaved off. And what it is, it's an organization for men who have lost babies or who have had stillborn babies and things like that. So it's actually a men's support group, or a men's support organization called Beards of Hope, and it works in conjunction with Bears of Hope, who provide bears and stuff like that for babies. And the money that these guys raised went to this special bed that actually keeps the baby that's passed over warm, so that the parents get to spend a little bit more time with it, or something like that. Or it's a cool bed. I can't remember. It might be a cool bed. Whatever it was, it helped the deceased baby not to decompose, so that the parents had a lot more time with it. And you know, they were able to spend some time with the baby before, you know, things started to I guess disappear. But anyway, yeah, I did that charity organization, and a few a few what do you call it, greater shaves and things like that. Just, it's fun, you know. I love doing it. Can't wait for you to come to Edmonton. Anything come up for you as to when the border? No idea, Danielle. As soon as the borders open, we will be in Canada. I know that we were looking at June next year, so mid-June next year. But again, you know, at the moment, I haven't got a clue. You know, everybody's wings are tied, but I will definitely be coming to Canada. It's just when, you know, Scott and Carmel give us the dates, etc., and then we'll all be on the planes, which is going to be awesome. You need me to cut your hair, Nick? Where are you? You guys are funny. Thank you for the comments, guys. You know, I'm quite humble in it. I don't do it for the accolades or anything like that. I just, you know, I think everybody in life has, you know, hit a rock at some stage, and you know, there's always people that have helped them out. So, you know, it's really good. I can cut your hair, Nick, not a problem. All right. Margot, you still on? Yeah. Bec for Prime Minister. You crack me up. Oh my God. Can you imagine me in politics? Holy moly. Be like funny as. Maybe I should go into politics and sort them out. Twat. Okay, Margot. I'm pulling one of these cards for you. Yeah, that's it. Dolly always said, see somebody without a smile, give them yours. Or there's another one, smiling increases your face value. Okay. If anyone's into crystals, I've got a couple of big crystals that I'm trying to sell at the minute. I don't use them. I'm sick of carting them around. And yeah, so jump on my Facebook page, and I think it's under the Psychic Barber, and there's a photo album there called For Sale. And I got a big amethyst point for sale, which is absolutely incredible, museum grade, left over from when I had my retail shop. And I've got a smoky celestial, and some other ones that's there as well. Save the Brumbies. I know, it's horrible. I'm new here. Ashley, if you have some for me, I'm here to receive. Hi, Ashley. Welcome. Where are you from? All right. I'm doing Margot's card. Yes, it does. Then you get smile lines. Okay, Ashley. What am I doing? I'm like, oh, look. Ashley, yours is boot. Okay, boot. Are you from South Carolina? How are you going? Albert, welcome. Where are you from? Okay. All right. I've got boot here for you, Margot. Let me have a look. I'm getting some guidance. I need to show you this again. Okay, Margot, so that's the card that I've pulled. And the thing that I'm being drawn to in this card is actually the strapping that goes right up the back of the calf. And I feel like, you know, whenever I'm seeing a shoe or a boot, I know that it's stepping forward in the path that you're moving into, but I feel like there's support that's needed, if that makes sense. You know, I feel that like the little ant, you need to ask for help in the direction that you're moving in, or in your everyday life, if that makes sense. It's okay to take things on, but how much are you going to take on? Jennifer, thanks for joining. Yes, I am, Albert. And so I just want to say to you, you know, it's like strap that boot on and give yourself a little bit more support in sort of like your direction. This to me looks like the right foot, okay, which is about moving forward. You know, the left foot is being stuck in the past, the right foot is about moving forward. But this particular boot is just showing me that I just really want to get some extra support in the direction that I'm going in. Now, that could be reaching out to people for guidance and advice. It could be reaching out to learn new knowledge near and around what you're wanting to achieve and what you're wanting to do with your life. But it could be in your family home where you're doing all the work and you need some people to help you out. Whatever it is, I'm just feeling as if, you know, in order for you to move forward, you need to have some support, okay? And that's okay, you know, to ask for help. It's all right to do that. Don't let people take over, but it's okay to have support. There's two different things there, and I'm just being guided to say to you, you're moving forward, but you're going to need some support. So that could mean that you're stepping into a new job and you need help at home. You know, it could be that, you know, you're needing support, you know, financially, from people. You know, people might be taking advantage of you and you can't move forward. So it's about cutting ties there. So, you know, I don't know whether this is making sense for you, Margot, but I'm certainly, you know, feeling quite strong about you asking for help near and around you in regards to your journey and moving forward. So that's the boot. Albert, you're asking a question. Any insight into out-of-body conscious states? Are you talking about bilocation? Are you talking about trance? What are you talking about? Astro projection or astro travel? What are you talking about, Albert? All right, Colleen, did I read for you already? I can't remember. I've got people on a list here and I didn't mark them off. So I've got Colleen and Chrissy. I don't know whether I've read for either one of you. I had different states of consciousness. Does that make sense, Margot? I hope so. I can't see that. What I'm getting for you, you've asked her, can you tell me if you see a new love coming into my life soon? I want to say April next year, sweetheart. I don't know how to pronounce your name, so I'm sorry. McGee, something McGee. I feel April next year for that one. Albert, I don't know what you're writing there, mate. It's just gobble. So if you've got a question, you know. Anyway, Colleen, I'm going to read for you, so I'm going to pull a card for you. Does that make sense? Hey, Texas. Christina, how are you? Fuck you. All right, Colleen, I'm going to pull you a card. Okay, Jax, no worries. I'm going to be jumping off shortly anyway. Colleen, yours is the butterfly. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. Butterflies are about transformation. So it's about, you know, allowing yourself to develop, allowing yourself the time to dry those wings. You've been through a transformation. You've come from the little caterpillar where you sort of see yourself as a ground dweller. And then, you know, you go through this amazing transformation and this time of going within. And that could mean physically going within where you are now, whether it's COVID or not, whether you're stuck in that house. It could be nurturing yourself, nurturing your soul, nurturing your path, and then coming out the other end as the beautiful butterfly. But what I do see is transformation, okay? You know, it's different from mutation, it's transformation. So you're sort of like really, you know, coming into your own. Transmutation is more about shedding skin and growing into something else, but transformation is a totally different thing. It's about, you know, really stepping up, really stepping and transforming into you know, a newer you, if that makes sense. You know, it's becoming, or, you know, connecting with your higher self and your purpose. So I do feel that you'll be coming on path and, you know, really starting to thrive in what you're actually doing and what you're trying to achieve in this world. Your wings are still a little bit wet. It's like you've got your little training wheels on, but that's okay. You know, they'll eventually fall off over the next couple of months as you learn and gain. And I feel like, you know, there's going to be some beautiful comments coming in from people near and around you, just in regards to, you know, you in general and what you're actually doing and how you're doing it. I feel like you're really inspirational for people. And I do see that your words come straight from your heart space, which is beautiful. You know, I just want to say, be careful. You know, don't fall back into old ways, if that makes sense, because I can see a couple of potholes that sort of like are hanging around you. And I just want to say, don't fall backwards, okay? Keep moving forwards and just embrace that beautiful journey. You're not the little caterpillar anymore. You're the beautiful butterfly. So don't go back to who you were and embrace who you are now. Yeah, well, there you go. You're learning to lead, so you're drying off your wings, if that makes sense. Chrissy, you there still? Oh, you're in Mary Kay Cosmetics. You drive one of those little pink cars. You see, yeah. All right, guys, I can see a lot of you are asking some questions. If I've already answered one of your questions, I'm not going to answer another one. You're more than welcome to contact me. I've got readings at the moment, 1 question readings for $25. You know, you have to understand that there's so many other people on here that are asking questions as well. So I can't keep answering the same person's questions all the time, because it's just not fair. I do offer 1-hour readings, and I do offer a $25 1 question reading as well. So you're more than welcome to contact me at office.ozpsychicbarber@gmail.com, and I'm more than happy to read for you and answer your questions there. But I'm not going to read them online, if that makes sense. The same as mediumship for the moment. If you have a mediumship question or you want to contact somebody in spirit or your loved ones, please give me a message, send it through email, and I'll email you back and we'll sort out a reading time. Okay, Chrissy, I'm going to go back here for you. As I'm reading online, I'm going with who I'm drawn to. I do read for the new people that are coming on, just to give them a chance and an opportunity to see what I actually do. For those of you that are on all of the time, you already know what I do. And, you know how to contact me from that email that's running across the screen. And, quite often, quite a lot of you have actually contacted me and, booked in for readings. And I'm more than happy to do that for you. More than happy to do that for you. And just, I love your support, and I love that you all jump on here. Oh, there we go. I've dropped the cards. Nearly got to the end of the banter. Nearly. All right. Hi, Bill. How are you? Where are you from, Bill? Okay, this is for Chrissy. Chrissy is the man. You're in Canada as well. Beautiful. Somebody that's past coming through for me. You were wonderful. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to bring me Ashley, I'm not going to bring spirit through today, but yeah, please contact me and I'll book you in for a reading. That's not a problem. Bill, I will try and get to you for a reading. Just give me a minute. I'm just going to read for Chrissy. So let's have a look. So I've got the man there for you, Chrissy. And whenever I see the man, he's got no face, okay? And I just feel as if this is about masculine energy for you. And just, we're all apart. We're all, I guess, masculine energy and feminine energy. And I just feel as if, I want to put that masculine energy in and, just give you a little bit more strength and give you a little bit more support. It's about not fearing and not backing off, if that makes sense. When I read this card for you, I feel like, you shiver in your shoes sometimes, and, you do fear about speaking up, and you do fear of speaking the truth because you worry about what other people are going to say to you. So I do see this card for you as a masculine energy. He's got a coat around him, so he's protected for the weather. And I just feel like this is almost like a guardian for you that's going to step in and actually give you that strength to speak your truth and do what you need to do, if that makes sense. The fact that he's got no face is irrelevant. I just feel as if, for you, developmental masculine energy is what is needed in order for you to actually move forward on your journey. Too many people see you as a prissy. Too many people see you as, that pushover. And I feel as if, people are taking advantage of you. And this is more of a guide stepping in. I just want to say to you, embrace his energy and allow him to give you the strength to actually stand up to these people. They're demanding, they're draining your energy, and, it's leaving you flat and depressed and anxious. And, this needs to be sorted out. So I do feel that this is a guide that's coming in for you, and it's just spirit letting me know that it's there. And I do feel that over the next few months, you will invoke strength. And look, you might lose some people in your life. They might filter off, but that's okay, because new ones will come in and replace them. Rarely are we ever, do we have people in our lives that are continual. They come into our life, we learn the lessons, we bounce off them, we do what we need to do, and then they move on, essentially. But they've become a part of our journey. And I feel like, there might be a couple of people in your life that might disappear over the next few months as you step into your power with this new masculine energy. Now, that's not to forget the female energy as well, but it's about bringing in the yin and the yang and finding balance in your everyday life. So I hope that makes sense for you. And I just want to say to you, stand up and don't be a pushover. Okay, put some boundaries down. Hi, Maria. How are you? Okay. All right. Where am I going to go now? Bill? If you're online for the first time, just say hey. I'm only going to be on for another 15 minutes, guys, but I'm going to be back for Sunday night's banter at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know, Sunday nights are quite funny because we always read with weird things. The other week I was reading with dark crystal cards or Mr. Men books or something fun. I always try and make Sunday nights really light-hearted. And you know, I really enjoy them as I enjoy these ones. But if you can make it on a you know, if you can make it certainly on a you know, on a Sunday night, we always have some fun there. Okay, Phil. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Maria. Yeah, I would love to see you, Nicolette, on more of my lives. Sunday nights and Wednesdays. Also, I've got a live show coming up as well. All of the details and everything that you need to know is on my Facebook page. And I do have a website in development as well. I'm just trying to get it finished and trying to get it organized. But that will be up there. But yeah, everything that I'm doing, where I'm appearing on Zoom, obviously, is always listed there. And you know, I always fit you in for reading if you need one. Okay. You just need to book you in and just email me, and I'm more than happy to read for you guys. How are you, Paula? Okay, Bill, you've got the bellows, okay? And the bellows always fuel the fire, okay? And I feel as if this is really relevant to you in your life. And it's always the message that I want to say to you, Bill, is choose your battle, okay? Choose your battle. Bellows will fuel fire, but I just want to say to you, you know, really have a look at is that fire that I want to fuel. I think people near and around you are quite highly strung, and sometimes what you say to them can be quite I'll get out in a minute, can be antagonizing, Bill. And so I just want to say to you, you know, maybe just choose your words and have a think about, you know, what you're actually saying to people and how you're saying it. You are speaking your truth, but it's setting them off, and then that's going to set you off. So sometimes we need to hold our tongue, or we actually need to think about how we deliver things. And that doesn't mean we don't say what we need to say. It just means that we're a little bit reserved in the way that we're actually saying it, a little bit more empathetic, if that makes sense. So I know, Bill, that there's things going on in your life, and you know, I know that there's struggles, and I know that there's conflict, because I can see it in your energy. And I just want to say to you, choose your words wisely, okay? Because they are the bellows that light the fire. And once the fire's lit, you know, unfortunately, some people just go off. And as a response to that, you know, then it's going to make you go off as well. So I feel that, you know, it could be a relationship that you're dealing with, or it could be people near and around you. But whatever it is, there's conflict there. And I feel it has to do with words, okay? So I'm going to leave you with that. And I hope that, you know, you just have a think about what I've said when you're actually dealing with the conflict and the situations that are in your life. So I'll leave you with that. How are we contacting how are you coping with the lockdown in Melbourne? I don't think anybody's coping with the lockdown in Melbourne. I really don't. It's horrible. You know, I've got a friend, a really dear friend, a close friend, a family friend, who's passing from cancer. And her daughter was told the other day that she couldn't go to see her mother because her mother wasn't sick enough. So how disgusting is that? You know, really, you know, this is bullshit. It's not like they're going to be running around with masks or anything like that. Her mum is passing away, and she should have the right to be there for her mum. Another one of my friends, you know, her auntie passed away, and you know, she had to attend the funeral via Zoom. I mean, what the hell is wrong with people? It's not like, we're running around and spreading this. It's the other idiots that do it. Did that make sense for you, Bill? For our Canadian US friends, when they are working out the time differences, US, Melbourne, Australia, to convert the time. Oh yeah, thanks, Nick. Canadian and US and the UK. Use Melbourne, Australia to convert the time. Maria, it's horrible, isn't it? It's just disgusting. The way that we're all being treated. It's just horrible. Yeah, it's just shit. Nicolette, yeah, I'm more than happy to read. Let's have a look here. When you've got people that are that ill and their own daughter can't even go and see them because, it's just bullshit. And they're talking about, doing it again or adding it on. It's like, nah, this state's going to go crazy if they try and, do that lockdown further. It's just cruel. It's just, the whole reason that this COVID is out of hand in Victoria is because the government screwed up with the initial, mandatory isolation thing in the hotel. That's where it all screwed up from. Yeah, exactly. Year 12 and the other one that doesn't understand. It's like they're bored. They're like prisoners. It's not normal. The little ones are getting depressed. They're saying they're sad. It's just shit. I can use the word shit. It's my show. All right, let's looky here. Okay. Nicolette. House. Okay, there it is. Nicolette, the house is always a representation of self, okay, in any symbology or any cards. It represents self. And so what I want to say to you is that you need to actually have a look at yourself. Look at what you need in this look at what you need in this time and look at what you're worth, if that makes sense. Like in anything, we've got many rooms and many parts to ourselves. We've got our inner self, we've got our outer self, we've got our demons, our dark side, our shadow side, our light side. There are so many elements that make us up as a human soul. We're souls having a human experience, of course. And what I feel that you're doing at the present time, Nicolette, is actually recapitulating absolutely everything. I feel as if you've come to a time where you've just had enough. You've hit that wall and like, enough is enough. I need to start to do things for myself. What's it going to be? And I really feel as if for you, there's going to be a lot of changes. There's going to be changes in what you're doing in your life. There's going to be changes in who you have in your life. Relationships, of the past might disappear. New relations will come in. I feel like you're too trusting though, sweetheart. I feel like you need to put a little bit of a wall up in regards to trust, because I do feel that you are taken advantage of, okay? I just want to say to you, ease into things. Don't do everything so dramatically. Change is best, sliding into it rather than just cutting, if that makes sense. And so I just feel like that, that gentle, when you're working with like a what they're showing me, like a DJ thing where you're fading out one and bringing in the other, and I feel like that's the way that you need to do things. Gently fade out and fade in. So I just want to say to you, just take it easy and don't do anything so abruptly that it's going to cause you pain and suffering in the future. But I do see some relationships breaking and shifting from your energy, and I feel that there's going to be some new boundaries coming in. I can see study coming in for you as well, so I don't know what you're going to be doing or what element you're going to be adding on to things as well. I see one door closing, and I also feel like there's a new business opportunity coming in for you as well. So just hold on to that, and I wish you all the blessings. Hubby's 96-year-old uncle hasn't seen his 94-year-old wife for 2 months. She's in hospital dying, and he can't go in case he gives her COVID. He's now having kidney failure, and his kids want him to stay at home so they can hold his hand. They don't want to have both of them in hospital locked away. Bye, Gigi. I love you. I'm just reading what Wendy's written. I hate it too. Our city was the only one to be put into lockdown the second time. We've had two funerals via Zoom, one cousin from COVID and the other to cancer. Then my other cousin died, and a few were able to attend the funeral, but not all the family, and it was online, so we didn't get to say goodbye. Three close family friends, two I called uncle, have passed, as well as my fiance's best childhood friend, and we haven't been able to attend any funerals. It's horrible. It's just horrible, isn't it? It's just, this state really needs to sort it out. And I understand that, they need to get COVID under control, but, they need to have a look at the mental, they need to actually have a look at, the mental state of the people now. It's not just COVID, it's actually the mental state. And so many people are really struggling. So, it's really sad. It is. Riva, it is a difficult time for everybody, and I really feel, being an empath, you of course feel things, and it's just so hard. You're welcome, Nicolette. I'm glad that you actually enjoyed it, and yeah, it's it's great to hear from you and great to have you on back. You like my shirt? Thank you. Well, my mum chose my outfit this morning. I always go on a live stream and on my not my Facebook. I ring them FaceTime and I'm like, oh, I don't know what to wear. What am I going to wear today? So, Mum chose this outfit, chose this shirt and this suit and the tie. Jackie, where are you from, Jackie? Mental illness, yeah. It's the other thing with barbering, you would be surprised at how many lads sit in the chair and just start to talk, and our stories from the chair are incredible. I mean, they sit in our chair and they offload things in their life, and so barbers are quite often the first call of contact for men suffering mental illness. And you say, oh lad, I think you need to go to the doctors and have that looked at, if that makes sense. And um, it's just really hard, and there's this age old argument about should women be allowed in barbershops? And look, I have to say no. I don't believe a woman should be in a barbershop. I've got kicked out of barbershops I got kicked out of barbershops when I was younger, and it's another reason why I wanted to be a barber, so that I could accommodate for that. But I think that you have to have balance in it. It's you can't say to the girls you can't come in, but you've certainly got to make it available to the lads where they can come in, like maybe days that are men only, because like women, men are quite sensitive, and people don't realize that they don't want girls coming in while they're going like, can you just touch up my gray hair, or can you is there anything you can do about my acne, or oh, my wife just left me. And these are really intimate things that they share with their barber, and that they can talk freely when there's no women in the shop. And I think it's really important to maintain that institution of what the original barbershop is. And it was for men. Nicolette, you would understand it. And when you're giving them a cutthroat shave, they open up to you and they talk, and it's really important. So many men and their mental illness, and their mental state, is overlooked, and they don't open up, and as a result of that, they suicide. So barbershops are really important for men's mental health. really, really important. And I'm sorry if anybody disagrees with me, but I don't believe women should be able to go in there. Women can go and get their nails done. They can get their pedicures done. They can get all that shit done. And they've got somebody to talk to. What's there for men? Okay, so it's, it's really important. There's always going to be hairdressers that will cut both hair. There's always going to be, the ability to do other things. Why do you have to have this as well? People always say to me, yeah, but you're a girl. I'm like, yeah, but I'm a barber as well. Okay. And I understand men's mental health. And, I'm lucky enough to be balanced in both masculine and feminine energies that I can relate to the guys. And so, my dream of a barbershop, it is going to be men only. The last one was pretty much men only as well. And I was lucky to work at a tattoo studio. And, kids, yeah, you can do them on the side or do them from home or have a kids day, but you just don't book all your lads in when there's women around. They need that sacred space to be able to feel free. And if they want to say shit, and if they want to drop the F-bomb, or if they want to talk about their testicles or whatever, whatever's going on in their life, it's really important that, as a barber, you can hold that space for them. So yeah, that's my view on things anyway. Exactly. Look, see, Maria, when my husband has a haircut at the barber's, you go for a coffee. But sometimes the women don't, and the women stand there and they tell you how to cut their hair. And no, do it this way, and no, do it that way. And the look on the guys' faces is just like, I wish this woman would just get out. But anyway, Wendy, we were in Scotland and things were going so well. Then some guy was told to go for a test before getting the helicopter from the airport. Wow. That's crazy. Wendy, I can't wait to come to Scotland. My family come from Iona. Yeah, exactly. It's his time and his hair. Yeah, that's great. In Victoria. It's such hard work, isn't it? All right, I'm going to do one more reading. Let me have a look here. Goes to Iona College, yeah. My mom's maiden name is Campbell. Notice that your name is Campbell. Yeah, yeah. We're Campbell of Argyle. I was going to say, like, hope you. Yeah, well, it's definitely on the cards. My I think my great grandparents were married in the Iona parish church there. And it's really funny because I had connections to Iona through working with the Crystal Skulls, and never knew why. And I can't wait to see the puffins and things like that. And then I found out through my family history that they were actually married there, and my family come from Iona. And then I guess come through to mainland, and then they were through Argyle, and then three of them come to Australia, and that's where three brothers came to Australia, and that's where the lineage in Australia sort of set through. Jackie, I'm going to read for you. All right, I'm going to read for Jackie, and I'm going to read for Ashley, and then I'm going to call it a day. Okay, so Jackie and Ashley. Jackie. Yeah, I would love to. I'd love to come to Scotland, Wendy. We catch up, hey? You can show me a few things. But yeah. Do you do readings here? I just stumbled upon your first time assigned. Maybe I'm from Long Island. Patty, welcome from Long Island. I do readings. Okay, I can do them by Zoom. Scrolling across my screen at the moment, you'll see an email, and I'm more than happy to do a private reading for you. I do readings online as well. I'm using cards at the moment, but I'm just about to jump off, Wendy. My next live reading session is on Sunday night at 8 p.m. Melbourne time, Melbourne, Australia time. And I'm more than happy to, try and see what we can get with the cards. I'm not doing mediumship at the moment online because Spirit has guided me to actually use the cards and reserve the mediumship for private readings, mainly due to the sensitive information that comes actually through. Okay, so I'm more than happy, Patty, and I welcome you to the banter. How exciting! Very exciting. All right, so let's have a look here. Jackie, see what we've got. We're using Karen Dalton Smith's steampunk cards today. Love these cards. She's a dear friend of mine, and I think they're gorgeous. Okay, you're welcome, Patty. Stay online. We're still here for a couple of minutes, and hopefully you can join us next week, or you can, if the time delay permits, jump online on Sunday and join me there as well. All right, so I've got the horseshoe here, and I want to say luck, luck, luck. All right, what I'm actually seeing is you looking at your glass half empty instead of looking at it half full. Okay, Jack. And so am I doing Jackie? Yeah, Jackie. And so I want to actually say to you is you need to turn that around. Okay, the horseshoe is always turned up so that the luck stays in. But with you, I see the horseshoe turned around, and I feel like you need to change your mindset about the way that you deal with things and the way that you see things. Okay, if you only ever think that the glass is half empty, then you're always going to be looking something to fill it. But if you look at it as being half filled, you look at the abundance that you're actually being given and gifted. What I want to say to you, Jackie, is have a look at near and around you, and really realize the support and the love and the guidance and the opportunities that you do have in your life. I feel like you're always looking for something else, but that something else is actually in the mirror. You need to learn to love yourself, sweetheart. Okay, I do want to say have a really good look at where you've come from. The lines on your face, they're all part of the journey that you've been to. If you've got scars, they're all a part of the battles that you've come and won. So never ever judge yourself harshly. I really feel as if you need to sort of like turn the luck around, and it's all to do with your mindset. What you think is what you manifest. And I want to say to you, start thinking positive thoughts. Look at I am, I can, instead of I can't and I won't. And bring all that beautiful energy in, and that's when things will change, when you start to look at it differently. If all you see is a mountain, you're going to see a mountain. If you look at it as an opportunity to reach higher, greater heights, then you're certainly going to leap forward. So I feel that what's blocking you at the present time is the way that you're looking at things. See that glass full, look at the opportunities, look at the love and the laughter and the people that are near and around you, and embrace everything in your life. You have such an abundant life, and you have such an ability. I'm getting told an ability, and I just want to say to you, open your ears, listen to the guidance, because it's there, and your journey will just leap forward once you can actually change your mindset. I know it's not easy to do, changing your mindset from believing in, something else, or believing that you can't. I just want to say to you that, it's progress. It's a work in progress. It's just little things, day by day, just implement something else. And loving yourself is the hardest thing. It's the hardest thing because we're our worst critics. And but I just want to say to you, pay attention to what people say to you. Pay attention to how they speak to you. Pay attention to all of the beautiful comments that they make about you. And I feel that once you can believe, focus, believe, achieve are the three words that I go by in my life. Focus, believe, and achieve. You can do anything. If you focus on it and you believe it, then anything is possible. So that's what I see for you, Jack. So I want to say to you, just change your mindset and anything is possible. Ashley, last card read. Try and see the kelpies. Let's stay in touch, Wendy. Hang on a second. Let me have a look here. All right. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm going to slip you in here, Wendy. I. Okay. This is the I. All right. I just want to say to you, like, open up that third eye a little bit, Wendy. I do feel that sometimes you get a little bit blinded by what people that are near and around you, and I want to say trust your journey. Okay. Never second guess you. All right. I feel as if you are in tune, you are aligned, you do have the ability to see what's near and around you, but I feel like you second guess, and it's almost like you're wanting affirmation and confirmation for other people's. Okay. The all-seeing eye is what we're looking at. We need to trust that. We need to trust what's in our gut. We need to trust how we feel. We need to trust what we know. And so, I know it's a really short read, Wendy, but I just want to say to you, open up that eye, see things clearly, and don't always go to other people for to support or to give you guidance. Go with what you're actually being told. Spirit's there with you. Okay, this. I feel like you're awake to spirit as well, and I feel like you see spirit also. And being in Scotland is a very old area of the world, and I'm not surprised that you don't have spirit visiting you all the time. But I just want to say to you, personally, open up your eye and see things for what they are, and trust in the guidance that you're being given. Okay, it's only a short one, Wendy, but there you go. Ashley, last one. Ashley, letters. Okay, letters. Ashley, with this, I feel like you need to be writing. Okay. I feel like it's either journaling or writing, or you need to be actually putting words down on paper. As I'm having a look at your energy, I feel like I'm trapped inside. I feel like your heart is trapped inside, if that makes sense. And I can see bars around it, and I feel as if there's hurt and pain there. And I just want to say to you, the way to release it is to actually write it out. And so it might be journaling or whatever it is. It's pen to paper, and it's about expression and expression of self. So I just want to say, as you write, you release that heart space. You're sort of like looking at who am I, what do I need, where am I, all that sort of stuff. And I just feel that some of that guidance is going to actually come forward once you start to write and release. It's like anything, if you have a container, for instance, and you're trying to shovel food in it, there's only so much food that you can put in it before it's like bursting at the seams. And actually, that's how I feel like you are on an emotional, energetic level. It's like you're bursting at the seams and you just need to get rid of some stuff. So just write it out, whatever comes into your mind, write it out and burn it. But what you're actually doing is getting it out of that energy system, and you're starting to deal with things. So I feel like the pen is going to be healing for you, Ashley. I feel like, it's probably something that needs to be disciplined. It's not something that is going to come naturally for you. I feel like, you're going to have to actually sit down and actually do it. But I really am being guided to say, put pen to paper and make a difference. Write letters to the people that have hurt you and then burn them. You don't have to send them off. Or if you do want to send them off, send them off. But whatever it is, it's like pen to paper, and I'm just getting a really big healing sign around it, and I'm seeing a love heart. So I know that it's to do with the heart, and I need to know that you need to unlock that heart, unblock that heart, and set it free. And the pen is the way that's going to do it. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, that's the last reading for today. I just want to say thank you so much for each of you joining me. 2 hours is a long time for people to come on board and stay with me. And most of you have, and I really, really appreciate that. Every week I try and bring something different to the show, and I try and answer as much questions as I possibly can. And I ask spirit for guidance for each and every one of you. And just know that no matter if you haven't got a reading from me, please understand that I'm sending you positive and loving energy the entire time that you are connected to me, and you're connected to the banter. This world is a really harsh place at the present time, but we don't have to be harsh in it. And so I want to see smiles on your faces. I want to see some sprint in your walk and things like that. And so it's my job as a psychic medium to actually help you guys out as well. It's not always about reading and bringing forward spirit. It's also about personal development, and it's about being there to support. Mediums like barbers, hear so much people's problems, and that's what we're here for. In a way, we are spirit's counselors and we're God's guidance. So I just want to say to keep going, guys. Okay, I say this every single week. It doesn't matter if it's half a footstep or a toe in the water. At least you're trying. Okay, just try and move forward. Try and make your day better than it was yesterday. Just do something each and every day for yourself, if that makes sense. I am sending love and abundance and healing to each and every one of you during these trying times. And I hope that, what I actually do and that these banters make a difference to you, because that's the reason why I've done them. That's the reason why I'm here. Once COVID's over, I'll get out there and start to tour a little bit and see you in some shows that are face to face. And I can't wait to do that, be back on the stage, be back on the platform. But for now, this is the avenue that we've got, and this is the avenue that we're going to use. So running across the screen, office.ozpsychicbarber@gmail.com. If anybody wants a reading, please jump on and book one with me, and I'm happy to slot you in for next week. Also, I have my platform show coming up, which I will put the advertising back up for on my Facebook page. And also the Jack Reed Foundation. If you can support that, that would be absolutely incredible. And I will go and pop up some pictures for you as well, some barber pictures, so that you can see the other side of what I actually do. If you look good, you feel good. And just remember, guys, focus, believe, and achieve. Nothing is impossible. And I want you to all just start to believe in yourself, okay? I think you're all incredible people, and I enjoy having each and every one of you join me on these shows. If you're from overseas, not in Australia, and you've joined me here the first time today, thank you for joining in. Thank you for tuning in. It's a pleasure and a welcome to each and every one of you. If I haven't read from you today, please don't take it to heart. I go by what Spirit guides me to read for, and it's not that I'm ignoring you. I do try and read for all the new people so that they have an understanding and an idea about how I work. But if you have missed out on a reading today, don't take it personally. I will get to you eventually. It's just that Spirit knows where they want to go, and I have to honor that connection. So I'm going to sign off for now. I'm going to be back on Sunday night at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, which is Melbourne, for those of you that you're looking up. So I'm going to send lots of love and blessings to each and every one of you. Have an incredible day. Get out and get some sunshine. And remember, guys, nothing stays the same. All right, we're going to get through this. We're going to make it to the other side. And, what can you do to better yourself in this time that we've been given? Life has given us a pause, okay? We're all frustrated. We're all angry. We're all disappointed. We're all those things. But how can we make this worthwhile? What can you do for yourself in this pause time that's going to benefit you? Ask yourself that question, and I'll check in with you on Sunday. Have an incredible day, and I'll see you soon.